This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're, of course, a person. Frozen avocados are back for the summy. It's time for you to slice up your vegetables / fruits, put them in a Ziploc baggie, store them in the freezer for winter. And winter's coming once a morning when you make your smoothie, but it's actually all about prepping that fruit, about having the mango that you're taking the time to slice up. Not when you want the mango, No, not when you want the mango, but it's about slicing and putting into the zippy bag so you can have the fruit the next day. Because what could be better than walking up to your fridge? You open that bad boy up, and what's waiting for you but slicey mango and frozy avocado and banana that's frozen that you can slurp down like the little piggy that you are. Today is a very special day, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Wrecking Ball Crew episode of Perfect Person. First debuted during the 24-hour telethon, and we are running it today because it's so damn delicious. There were so many, awesome level 10 hitter moments in the 24 hours that was the live stream that I wanted to make some of them episodes just because I want the mainstay audience to be able to watch those and listen to those as if they're regular episodes, because I know obviously that episode aired at 8 p.m. on a Friday, and if you didn't watch it live, maybe you watched the VOD or maybe you caught a little bit of some of it, but I was just editing it. It's so unbelievably wonderfully funny, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. As a wrap up to the entire live stream, it was such an amazing experience, and we raised $67,000, including the ad revenue from all those live streams and stuff like that. Once it was all tallied and done, it was $67.5 thousand towards the Creators for Palestine initiative, which is a bunch of different charities that everyone should still continue to support if you are able. But guys, this episode is such a banger. Not only do we give stunning advice with the WBC, with the Wrecking Ball C, but we, of course, are sending a chow to Dua Lipa herself. We are analyzing Dua Lipa's lyrics with, I would say, the efficiency of a fine-tooth comb. Because a lot of people don't know this, but fine-tooth combs are what you use to get the knots out. Or maybe that's a brush. I always just kind of yanked. I would get a comb and I would yank it. I would yank through my hair. I haven't used a comb in a very long time. I'm sort of all brush. Fucking guys, by the way, combs are actually out and brushes are in. Catch me literally using a comb never in my entire life since I turned 15. It's all brush summer. This summer is coming up all brush. Because a brush is basically a comb, but it's spread out into a circle. And I want you guys to take that to the bank. Because it's originally aired as a live stream, the multicam editing is a little bit more sparse than usual. Just as a heads up there, if you're watching the YouTube video, if you're listening to the audio version, it will be just as crystal clean as it always is. So please enjoy the Wrecking Ball Crew! Was there a moth that just flew by?
It's moth season.
It's moth season. Guys, it's Virgo season, it's moth season. It is, of course, Virgo and moth season.
Yeah.
Is it actually Virgo season? I don't know enough about astrology.
No. It's not Virgo season. It's Gemini.
It's Geminis. Geminis only in the chat.
Yeah. Geminis, I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but Geminis are questionable on the astrology. Everybody knows that they're a little bit scandalous.
Here's what I'll say.
By the way, Rainie, there's headphones for you.
Oh, yeah, let me get some.
If you would
they're
like
right
them,
here.
there's some cans for
Are
you
these,
right there.
Whose are these?
Those are Ashley's.
mine.
Ashley brought in
Ashley.
fun glasses.
Those look like a cartoon character's glasses, but I can't pinpoint which one.
You're thinking of Pokemon
Impossible?
when Pokemon wear those fun glasses.
I am thinking of Pokemon. I think you're thinking of Ash Ketchum and Pokemon.
You're
Thank
thinking
you.
of Ash Ketchum. Well, Ash Ketchum doesn't wear them. Charmander does. Ash Ketchum does. Sorry.
I thought it was Squirtle.
I thought it was definitely Squirtle, is what I said. It wasn't Charmander. It wasn't Ash Ketchum. It was Squirtle. It was Squirtle.
It was Shirtle?
It was Squirtle.
Shirtle's a Pokemon who just wears a shirt. He's like a normal guy. He
He's
just
a
wears
normal
a shirt.
Hey guys, just decided to put on a shirt for this.
Yeah.
You don't know anything.
I know lots of stuff.
Wow.
That's interesting because I think I was a valedictorian in my high school. Maybe.
Wow, maybe. We don't
you?
fact check it. Don't fact check
Don't
it.
fact check. Don't fact check. And if you actually were, they listed top 4, and then so I did the math.
Wait,
and I said, I think I'm gonna take it.
they listed the top 4 people who were to be valedictorian.
Just the top 4 people in my class, and so I was.
You were up there?
I was.
Let's go, Rainie.
Okay.
That's right. See, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's yeah. You can brag about. Well, no. Let me say this.
Yeah.
The further you get away from high school, the more you should not be bragging about your accomplishments in high school. That said, if I was 4th in my class or whatever, you better believe I'd be talking.
I mean, it
about
was a class of 90.
I shouldn't talk about how I was Conrad Birdie in Footloose.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
Because I'm thinking that that's going to be something I tell everybody.
No, talking about the theater roles you played is fine. Being like my grade point average was this is
My
weird.
GPA?
Yeah.
Do
I
you
didn't
guys
have
remember what you
grades.
got on the SAT, for example?
Well,
No.
the problem is, I remember this very clearly, college graduation, somebody being like, yeah, the problem with being cum laude, or cum laude as I like to say, is you can never
Come
say.
loud, yeah. No, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Magna
cum
cum,
laude, like,
magna cum
I'm
loudly.
Cum laude.
Yeah.
Because then you're annoying. So it's like, what's even the point of doing it?
What
I
is
guess you could put it
cum?
on-
What does it mean to cum loud?
And that is such a good question, and I'm so glad you brought this up because we don't talk
Actually,
about it
no,
enough.
I didn't have cum laude.
You didn't come loudly in college?
No, I did, but I didn't have. It was like this. Oh, so I didn't have it in my high school. We didn't even have. We didn't have GPAs.
Dude, what did you get? Like a frog sticker? Like
They gave me a glitter bomb. No, they told me. No, we got like test scores and I took the SATs and stuff, but we didn't get letter grades.
See,
for
I don't think that's
school.
terrible.
No, it was fine. I mean, I went to a great school.
I went to a high school where like everyone was a dork. Everyone was really competitive about grades. They had talked about it. They talked about it so much. And I was not ahead. I was not the top of my class. I was
Yeah.
like 30th. And I was pissed.
It's lovely to see Chow in the flesh. The first thing I'll ask you guys is obviously what makes you perfect to be on the show today, to answer these calls, to get these people the advice that they need. Guys, what makes you perfect today?
I don't like the question.
Let's start with Rainie.
Oh my gosh. Like literally the only thing that comes to mind is that I was subjected to financial fraud recently,
And that makes you perfect?
it was me
You
too.
were subjected. It was you committed.
You committed fraud.
Well, I just spent my money in a way that I was. Here's what's happened. First of all, I got kicked out of Pilates, and they didn't.
Okay, hold on.
Rainie, we have to slow way down. We have to slow way down.
Why did you
Rainie,
get kicked out of Pilates?
why would you get kicked out of Pilates?
Well, apparently because it was my first time, and apparently you have to go 10 minutes early to learn the machine. And I didn't. Showed up maybe 2 minutes late, and it was so awkward and so painful. Like,
Wait, you're saying to learn the machine? I didn't think there was a singular Pilates machine. I thought that there was like, Pilates was a series of exercises. So what does that mean exactly? The Pilates
I didn't know
machine.
there was a one-stop
I
shop.
think in a lot of other Pilates studios, there's like many machines, but at this one that I went to, there's only one machine. It's very cool. It honestly looked really fun, and I was disappointed that I didn't get to go. But
And how did they kick you out? Did someone come up to you and say, "Ma'am, you didn't come early, so you're gonna have to leave"?
literally, she said, "Do you have the sticky socks?" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Well, I guess I can sell you them, but like, I'll bring you up at the end." And I was like, "Okay." And then she was like, "Is this your first time?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh no, is it really?" And I was like,
Wait,
"Yeah."
what the hell kind of place is this?
I know. And then she was like, "Yeah, we can't have you here. Like, you have to come 10 minutes early." So then she was like, "You should have gotten an email." I checked my email like 18 times, checked the junk, didn't get the email. So then, and they charged me an extra $20. So then I called them and I was like, "Hey, like I got kicked out. Like, can I get a refund?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "What about the extra charge?" And they were like, "Oh, that's a late or missing charge." And I was like, "Why would you get charged extra?" So this is all to say that she said exactly my thought. So she said that she would refund me, but she hasn't yet. So I have to call again.
So basically, Pilates is keeping Rainie down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it
We
sounds
simply
like.
cannot have them. That's
Yeah.
why we're going to be dropping the address of the Pilates. And we're going to review upon them, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Rainie, that sucks.
I know that's not really a perfect, but that really has been top of mind for me today.
That was a gear grinder for you.
Yes, but
Yeah.
let me try and think of
Well,
something
maybe
perfect
you
while
could
you
frame
go.
it in the sense of like it's made you more perfect because sometimes dealing with little hassles makes you appreciate the little things.
Hashtag justice for Rainie. Is what people are saying in the chat.
I agree with that. by the
Absolutely.
way.
Oh, I would
Yeah.
never be caught dead not saying justice for Rainie.
Justice for Rainie for
my
sure.
Pilates.
For Rainie's Pilates studio.
Yeah, but so anti-Pilates now. I mean, it did look really fun, but
And then Pilates as a whole. I'm actually boycotting the Pilates studio. Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's to get kicked out of Pilates. It was
really tough.
It was humiliating.
it was in front of everybody, and I
Yeah,
had to
it
walk
is tough.
past
Wait, in front
everybody.
of everybody?
Yeah.
She said,
Yeah,
you cannot
yeah.
join the class. Get the
Yeah.
hell out of here.
Well, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I would imagine. Like the class is still going, and they're doing it, and she's maybe supposed to be teaching them, but so they're watching her, but
Yeah.
so they're seeing you like big public exit.
Free Rainie in the chat. People saying-
I know with the context of this
I agree.
live stream.
Absolutely.
okay, yeah,
It's fine,
honestly,
but-
yeah, that's good.
Well, I would just
Yeah,
say,
what about you?
Yeah, let's see, God. Playing
it's God.
video-
You've been getting me back into God.
Yeah, I turned 33. It's my Christ year.
yeah,
This is
gang.
the year Christ died. Obviously, really important year for me as an evangelical Christian. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And I'm kidding. This room went as cold as a freezer. Oh my God.
So that's good, Will. By the way, I meant to ask.
Yeah.
Have you been making the meatball soup?
I have only made the meatball soup that one time, and I think that the amount of public sort of harassment I got.
I would say backlash.
First of all, not true. I'd say lots of the fans were like, actually, I looked up the recipe on New York Times Cooking. It looks pretty good. Like, it was, you guys had so much fun making fun of me, which I still think was very funny.
What have you been cooking recently?
I just went to the grocery store the first time in a while. I was pretty crunched for the Try Guys launch, and so I have been not eating well. I've been eating a lot of junk food.
What kind of junk are we talking?
So I got sort of a mild Shake Shack addiction.
Jay at the Shack.
And I shouldn't say addiction really, but I just really love Shake Shack. There's one nearby. I get it delivered to my home.
Shake Shack to me is all about the nugs.
The nuts.
Really?
The little chickens.
I've never had them.
I've had the little chicken fries.
Oh no! See, man, that's not. I disagree with you.
There's something about dumping a chicken nugget into a sauce that's
Yeah.
really just.
Especially a sauce specially crafted for that chicken.
Yeah, well said, Rainie. Well, Rainie and Will, we've got to get to the phone lines.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Oh, Hundy
People
P.
are waiting. A hundy.
And again, I would just note that I disagree with the idea that I am perfect in thinking about things to say. It's a little tough for me. I did get my big post done on time.
Okay.
And
No, sorry.
so-
We need to discuss the big post.
Okay. Do we?
Will. Do you think you did as good as you possibly could on the big post for the fourth time in a row?
I would say, look, I'm not unhappy with how it came out.
You're not unhappy with it? You know what I'll ask, Will?
Yeah. Yes.
Are you stoned tonight?
No.
We need to light it like
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not.
Really? Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I think the big post went pretty well. I had fun videotaping my friends and editing it together, and doing sort of a commentary on what it's like to live now online.
I'm hoping when you assign him a new date, it's like next week. Because
Oh, no,
I
he
just
did.
feel
Oh,
like
I already did.
It
was August.
August 12th.
August
Okay, good.
12th. I tried to do July 10th.
And I said too soon.
He said too soon, and I said, "Well, you do it the day before anyway.
that's true.
This can't possibly be too soon."
That's right. Sometimes structure adds productivity.
Sometimes
that's-
structure adds
But do
productivity.
look? Here's what I'll say. We got to open up the phone lines. I'll just say out there.
We really do.
I will say the funniest thing to come out of it is that someone did sext me because I did a big post. That is true. Someone sent me a sexy DM because they said like,
because of this post?
Yes.
Wait, well, how did it connect?
You got sexted the big this one.
Yes. The one that I'm not in at all.
You got a sexy DM?
I'm literally just talking. Someone essentially said like, I'll take your big post or something along those lines.
Whoa.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever received in my life. It made me laugh so hard.
That's good.
Big shout out.
All right, Will.
That's a win.
Hey,
A win's a win.
That's a dub. That's a dub.
I
in my
call it a
book.
dub for sure, yeah.
Well, gang, we've got to open up the phone lines here. By the way, somebody did ask, did you respond to the DM?
I did.
Oh my God.
I thought it was so funny.
What'd you say, Will?
I'm not going to go too far into it.
Was it something along the lines of, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, I made a joke.
All right. Peanut butter and jelly, eggs and toast. These are iconic duos. But what about the iconic duo when it comes to growing your business? That's gonna be you and Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the first real life store stage and the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. As an entrepreneur, I make sure that I have trusted business tools that are gonna scale with me as I dominate the workplace. I try to set my business up so that if I continue to become monumentally successful, everything kind of just goes with me. And guess what? Shopify is that scalable tool that is trusted by 10% of all e-commerce in the US. And Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, Brooklyn, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Because businesses that grow with Shopify. If you sell something, you gotta check them out. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/perfectperson, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/perfectperson now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/perfectperson. How?
Oh my gosh, hi.
Now, I'm obviously calling you because as the Wrecking Ball crew, we've done some wrecking and we've done some balling.
And we've done some growing.
And we've obviously done some crewing as well. And we're here to help you solve your problems. Can I have a fake name coming from Rainie?
Oh, Jacket.
Where'd you get that?
Jacket?
Jacket, what is up, dude? Jacket,
Hi.
Jacket, we are gonna absolutely go ahead and need to know what your problem is.
Well, I called because I had an embarrassing incident today at a car wash, and
That's classic
I'm
Will.
I'm really feeling I'm relating to the story already.
And it wasn't that bad, but it was one of those experiences that just kind of shook me to my core. So I go into this car wash, and it's one of those where it's like a detail place. So I park, and I walk into the building past all these people washing cars, right? And the story is really boring. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm locked in.
No, I'm riveted. Honestly, I'm locked in 100%. Never been more awake. Let's rock.
Okay. Thank you so much. And so I walk in, and the people are acting like they've never heard of someone asking for a car wash before. Like, they're like, what?
But the sign says car wash.
Like,
We don't do that.
Wait, sorry, it says car wash. You walk in and they say, we've never seen this shit before in my fucking life. Is this a car
You
wash?
want me to
screenshotted
clean
the
your
service.
car?
I want it on their website, and that was very confusing. They were like, you want that? And they like pulled out a menu and had me point at the same thing again.
You put
But
there's
I
a
just
menu at a car wash?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was
all
kind
right.
of crazy. Anyways.
What was the
so they had
service?
me go
Sorry.
back.
What was the service you wanted?
I wanted them to clean underneath my car, like not just the top, an underbody
Yeah.
wash.
The grundle, yeah.
You need to get that taint
It was
clean.
dirty.
Yeah.
It really needed a wash.
Your
And they're
car-
supposed to vacuum the inside too. So that's why I went inside. Anyways, they're like, okay, please go get back in your car and get in line. Okay. So I go and get in line. and no one's coming over. Like, so I'm like, okay, I guess I need to just keep going. So I'm like, I was just going to leave, So I go to the back, and there's no exit, so I have to reverse my way out. Just in front of a bunch of people,
So
and it was just...
You pulled
it was
in.
Humiliating.
Before I even get to my advice, because I have a million more questions. So you pull in, and then they say, no fucking chance. And then you have to reverse in front of everyone.
It's like a 5-point turn in front of, like...
And you've already humiliated yourself. You've already had to look at the menu and they told you rudely to get back in line. Like, so you're already in your head about this. It's like, if you hadn't had that interaction beforehand, having to do the 5-point turn out of there is like, it's not the end of the world,
Yeah, I also just had a weird interaction at work right before all of this.
What happened? What happened at work?
He was just being passive aggressive. Like, so we kind of leave early on Fridays. And so I went in to tell him goodbye. And I was like, bye, I'm leaving. He goes, you're leaving? And like, dead face. Like, I was like, what? Like, do you need me to do something?
Give me this bozo's phone number, because I'm about to call him.
Just call him until he answers.
Give me his address, and we're showing up. 3,000 strong on the stream.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was just crazy. It was so embarrassing. Like, are you ever so embarrassed you can't even, like, I had to turn down the music.
I have.
No
I
music.
actually have had that situation happen before. Where I humiliate myself in some way, and then I whatever I was wanting to enjoy, I have to take a
You're
moment.
like, I'm not even gonna enjoy this if I play it right now.
Something you can just leave it on, but you do turn it down.
It's like joyful music, and you're like, I'm in a pissy mood.
Yeah.
I can't stomach
I'm listening
this.
to like a song that's like fun and poppy, and like I'm just angry. And
Think about
humiliated.
me, it's that me espresso. And you're like, I can't
Yeah, it's her
handle
new
it.
song today. I was trying to enjoy it.
There's a new song by Sabrina?
Oh my god.
Is it good, Ashley?
And in the music video, her and Barry
I love
Keegan
it.
are
I
in
love
are
it. Like,
in it.
I was shook. Like,
That's
the
really-
level of slay is unprecedented.
Honestly, I do
The
want to talk
level
about
of slay
Sabrina.
is over 9,000.
Hey, well, can I just say, who's been slaying for me musically is this Charlie XCX album that also came out today.
Can you
I
sing
like
one
it.
of the songs?
Yeah, sing it. Let's hear it.
Let's see. What does she say? She says,
Let's go. Well, come on.
the thing is, it's sort of a lot of club
No, come on,
music.
come on.
No, oh,
a hum?
God. She says, like, girl, it's hard to be a girl. Listen, I'm not going to sing
Thank
it.
you, Will, for being embarrassing in solidarity with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Well,
that.
let me just say this. A lot of the things that people think are embarrassing are just entirely in your head. And actually, the
Yeah.
best way to live your life is to not, like, feel nothing, but just take note of what really matters. And let me tell you what, humiliate yourself in a car wash, let me tell you what, I humiliate myself at the coffee shop every single day. I'll go to a place and be like, hey, can you take pity on me? And they'll say no. And then I'll say, okay, thank you.
You ask for like free things.
I used to forget my wallet all the time and then be like trying to get into places without my ID and be like, will you, here, I have a picture of it. And sometimes
God.
they would say yes.
Well, that's...
like, all I'm saying is, like, I've humiliated myself in public so many ways, and I think that it has built me a thick skin. And, like, what you go to the car wash and not knowing their exact procedures, just, like, not a reflection on you as a person. And your boss being like, you're leaving, is just means he's a dick and it's not something you should, like, think about. So I would just say, as far as public humiliations go, it could be a lot worse.
Could be a public
Could be a lot
humiliation
worse.
kink. But... So if I'm in a situation, I'm pulling into the car wash and I'm sort of doing a wrong thing, I'm like, okay, oh, my bad. I'm just backing up. And then everyone's like, okay, this guy has a sense of humbleness and a humility about himself.
Yeah.
Humiliate about himself. You know?
And in my experience,
That's nice.
if you just
Yeah.
look
Nice.
pathetic, people will be nice to you.
If you
And,
add a giggle here or there, it's going to take you here or there.
or like if I'm going from the grocery store and I drop something spectacularly, all I'm doing is laughing.
a platter of sauce. I remember being in the dining hall in college and dropping a big old platter of food and just feeling so humiliated that I thought I'd never escape
Yep.
that feeling.
Yeah.
I had when I worked at Noodles and Company, shout out Noodles and
We
Company.
don't talk about this enough. I love that you worked at Noodles.
Best
yeah.
noodle to have.
Best noodle to have for me, it's got to be the fucking, what is it called? The penne rosa, but you got to cook it
Penne
with
rosa.
sriracha in the sauce to make it spicy.
Is that why? Because it is spicy.
No. It's spicy on its own, but you add sriracha to make it even spicier. Anyway, shout out Noodles and Company. One time I was carrying a tray and I dropped it as I was bringing it to a table like a family. I had a full tray of food for this family. I don't think I got anybody. I don't think I like spilled it on anyone.
Gotcha.
But it was like, here I am as a teenager doing my job, delivering this tray, and it just fucking goes everywhere. I felt like such a piece of useless garbage for a while. But guess what? Doesn't haunt me today.
Oh, Will. That's devastating to me.
So what I'd say to you about your car wash incident, you're going to move on.
Yeah, you got to wash.
You're going to humiliate yourself in other more devastating ways.
Right.
And so just don't worry about this one, you know?
You got to you know what? You got to wash away the embarrassment.
Yeah. I find a nice phone call can help. Like call your mom, call your friend, and they're like, yeah, that's crazy. And then when they hear it, when they react and they're like, okay, then it's all but gone.
Yeah. How's that feeling, Jacket?
That's amazing. Yeah, I probably should have called like someone close to me instead of a podcast. No.
Yeah, that's not.
No, I appreciate that.
You're not necessarily wrong. We do the Lord's work on here.
Well, and just know that, it's like that joke from the Simpsons movie where Bart Simpson is saying like, this is the worst day of my life. And Homer's like, it's the worst day of your life so far.
Simpsons.
Simpsons reference.
That's from the Simpsons
I'm really glad
movie.
you called in though, because I do think this taps into a very human emotion and something that happens all the time. I started this episode or this recording talking about getting kicked out of Pilates. I was embarrassed by that.
Yeah.
And I was upset.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
It sounds like you deserved it because you didn't have the
No, the
sticky
advice
socks.
is really deep.
Whoa!
oh my God, do the button. Do the button.
Unfucking real. Misogyny alert.
Yeah, I was obviously joking. I was making a little joke, a little jape.
Hey, Jacket. I'm really sorry about
Yeah.
Will. I'm really sorry about Will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jacket.
Hey, can I tell you one thing real quick?
Yeah, please.
I don't know if it's interesting.
Oh, sure.
So,
I wasn't kidding. I was just
Sorry.
like excited
I
about
named
it.
my cat after you.
After
I have
me?
a cat called Miles. Yeah.
Miles. Okay.
After me,
Yeah, that makes way
you
more
named
sense.
your cat after me. Oh my God, I'm so honored. That's
I
so
got
cute.
him back in 2020, and you were doing those podcasts twice a week with the TryPod.
Hell yeah.
So for 4 years, yeah. And I don't know. I just thought if someone named a cat after me, I'd want to know. So.
I couldn't be more honored. How is the little guy?
He's amazing. He's kind of a menace. I watched a video today called Five Signs Your Cat is Spoiled, and he fit all of them. So
It was like
he's living his best life.
10 ways to know your cat's spoiled is the video you watched?
yeah.
That's
yeah.
adorable. That's very cute.
Very
Honestly,
educational.
you got to spoil your kitties, guys. You got to be out there spoiling those kitties, giving them ham, catnip. Previous caller reference.
Not all cats like catnip, though. Most of them do.
God, what a buzzkill. Here I am. Here I am here.
No, I mean, I'm just saying some cats are like, whatever, catnip, this fucking drug. I've seen, this is baby powder, This is real shit.
No, definitely. You know what? Don't love your cat. How's
That's not what
Will?
Okay, not what I was
How's
saying.
that feel?
Literally not what I was
You know
saying.
what? No. What? Cats? Oh, don't even give them cuddles.
No, I think you should absolutely spoil your cat. Don't let him outside.
Oh my God. I'm sorry about Will, caller. Jacket, thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate it. You rock my socks off, and I'm honored that you named your cat after me. I really am.
Yeah, thank you. It's a nice name. He's a good boy, so thanks for letting us use it. Have a good night.
Oh my gosh. You as well. You have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, I should have told her to call her cat Bon Bon.
That's a cute cat name. Mm-hmm. To be totally.
Hopefully she's still listening.
Hopefully she's still listening. That would be awesome.
Had it just not in time.
I thought of another Simpsons reference with the phrase Bon Bon, but I'm not going to say it because I got fucking nothing.
Yeah, you're over. Well, Rainie, by the way, I figure now's a good time as any to check in. Rainie, what's your tea of the week?
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you asked.
Of course. How could I would be remiss if not to mention Rainie's tea.
I didn't know if this was going to be too salacious, so I actually decided
I'm
not
curious.
to share. But this had me thinking about let me pull it up.
He's going to show
Yeah, it's something so salacious that you can't share it on the live.
Yeah, well, I was worried that it was just like, okay, is this hearsay? I don't think it is because it is reported on by BuzzFeed, which
Hey, shout out, former employer.
But so I was thinking about going live, and I was thinking about Saturday Night Live, and I was thinking about all the couples. So I just want to chat about like what the fuck, because people are hooking up from SNL.
Well, yeah, there's a huge party
Rainie,
every week.
What is stopping you from making?
I don't understand these are all public figures.
What is stopping Rainie from making a TikTok that's like, what the fuck is up, you guys? Talk to me about Saturday Night Live couples. I'm talking about Scarlett Johansson and Colin Jost. What? I just think you should make.
I gotta do that.
You gotta be doing that.
ABC. I just need to do a
gossip.
TikTok a week, pretty much, and just if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it
Well,
doesn't.
what I would like to see is you make "What the fuck is up" your catchphrase.
What the fuck is up, you guys? And like the camera goes like, when you say fuck.
And it
what
does
the
like,
fuck is up, you
like
guys?
it makes a screeching sound.
Get over here. I'm walking.
You gotta find your brand.
What
you know?
the fuck is? I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's huge, actually. Yeah, I mean, everybody needs a little catchphrase.
Everybody needs a little catchphrase.
Also, just want to shout out. People are shouting out your podcast, Rainie.
Thank you.
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
You gotta talk about it, Rainie.
Oh my
Hell
god.
yeah, dude. Enormous shout out.
It's so exciting, but we have to get to first SNL couples, and then I'll talk about my podcast.
Okay.
But the big one, which I did not know about, is Fred Armisen and Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah, they were married.
They were married.
Yeah.
They got
For a
divorced.
year.
Yeah, and
Less than a year.
Fred Armisen was like says he's a sex addict. Like, there's a
Fred
whole
Armisen was a philanderer. He was boning around town. And then
a
they got
lot of
divorced.
philandering. Yeah.
Elizabeth Moss is a Scientologist, famously.
Yeah. This is all public
I did
info
not
that
do
I
my
knew.
background
Yeah,
research.
yeah.
There's no
This is like,
idea.
not only is it old news, it's like maybe a decade old.
Yeah, it's very old. Yeah, I don't know about a decade, but it's pretty old. Yeah, Fred Armisen famously, philanderer, bangs around.
Yeah. That guy is horny as hell.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher and Dan Aykroyd,
Yeah.
which I just think is interesting. It's a tale as old as time.
Really old news.
Yeah. We're not.
One of those people is
So this
deceased.
is Rainie's tea of the week.
This is Rainie's tea is something that happened on SNL 27 years ago.
Yeah, but funny guys just keep pulling. Carrie Fisher, for example.
Is this-
ScarJo? Can you imagine marrying ScarJo?
Well,
Love her.
but you can see what she sees in
I love
Colin
this.
Jost. Colin Jost got a face that you want to punch so bad that he's hot.
Colin Jost is like, if you saw Colin Jost, he'd be like impatiently waiting for a scone.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%.
Larry David's daughter and Pete Davidson.
Jesus, Rainie.
Rainie, there's literally
So
new
much-
Pete Davidson news
so-
that came out today.
Like so much news that Rainie's like how'd you find that? It's so old. It's such old tea. I go to Rainie for the most piping hot tea of all the celebrities, and here Rainie is sort of talking about tea that like I think this happened 5
it might
years
be too
ago.
salacious to talk about on the podcast, but Dan Aykroyd and Carrie Fisher had sex 40 years ago.
Yeah, by the way, that's how she started this. Two slates to talk about, but Dan Aykroyd and Carrie Fisher, two people. Is Dan Aykroyd alive?
No, yes, he is.
Yeah, if we had to ask.
Ramus
it's
is the
old-
one who's dead. He's a Ghostbuster who's dead. Or wait, is Aykroyd alive?
I don't know.
All right, possible.
Did you say R.I. Possible?
It's a reference to another podcast, Shout Out Comedy Bang Bang, but yeah.
R.I. Possible? Like possibly they're dead. Possibly
Yeah,
rest
that's
in
what you
peace.
say. All right, possible if you don't know if someone's dead
What
and you're
does it
recording a
stand for?
podcast.
Like
All
rest
right.
in possible. Like,
Yeah.
like rest in peace if they're possibly
They
dead.
may be dead. I believe it's Ramus who's dead though,
Really, really good.
and
guys.
Dan Aykroyd is still alive.
Okay, Rainie, you have more tea?
That was pretty much it. I mean,
Dan Aykroyd, Carrie Fisher.
Hi.
Hello and
I
welcome.
did not expect me. This is crazy. Hold on.
What is literally good? What is literally up? Welcome to the Perfect Person Telethon.
And where are you calling from, Carrot?
And where are you calling from internationally?
I'm calling from Australia.
Yes! I have historically said Australians are clownish people, but I'd like to apologize for saying that. It was a joke.
Yeah, Will is obviously needs to apologize for his actions. I personally love Australia. Went to Melbourne. Absolutely.
I'm from Melbourne.
Oh my God. I loved Melbourne.
Oh my god.
I had a wonderful time. I was there for work with Try Guys. We went and saw some kangaroos at a kangaroo sanctuary. We did all
It's
sorts
actually
of...
in a video.
It's in a video. You can,
That's-
you can watch my
I've
experience.
seen it. It's so good. Oh my goodness. I've actually been there. It's really fun.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely loved it.
how many American podcasts are you listening to? Like, are you? Because I'm picturing like me listening to an Australian podcast. Would you start adopting the accent?
Yeah, no, I pretty much exclusively listen to American podcasts because, like, I mean, the main ones I listen to are this one and the TryPod. So, like, you know,
Let's
Miles
go!
24/7.
It's Miles 24/7.
yeah, pretty much, honestly.
That's awesome.
And like, I'm an art student, so like, I will listen to it while I'm doing my work, and so it's really fun.
What kind of
Wonderful.
art do you
Yeah.
make?
Yeah, what kind of art do you make? Sculptures or what?
Well, yeah, I'm a painter. I do paintings. I do printmaking. I do
Hell yeah.
crochet. I do lots of things.
Hell
I kind of
yeah.
take like 6 subjects right now.
That absolutely rocks. We got to give you a fake name here. Fake name is coming directly from Will.
Well, I want to do what Rainie did and just look around the room and pick something.
That's great. I love that. Yeah, hit that. What is it going to be, Will?
Your name is going to be Rap.
Rap, alrighty.
Okay, rap. Is that
With a
because I was
W.
talking about Renee Rap?
Yeah.
I love
right.
Renee Rap, so that's perfect.
Rap just like
All right.
Renee Rap. Okay, what's your problem?
Okay, so this is more tea than advice. because I think you'll
Yes,
absolutely
here
live
we
for
go.
it.
You called the right place.
I mean, this is a live stream. We gotta spend some time here. You know, let's go. Let's get all the tea you got.
Give me that tea. Sip,
Okay.
sip.
So this is about my ex-best friend. We were like very, very close and did everything together. All our friends were in the same group. And basically we were all good for like maybe like 7-8 months.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to have a business together because I don't actually really remember why. And then I have
Sorry.
health issues.
Sorry, I just have
Entrepreneur.
Just have to hop in there. Your business was so good you don't even remember what it was.
Yeah, I think we were gonna do like candles and things because that's just it's fun to make. And anyway, so
of
I have
course.
a lot of health issues, and
Okay.
so I basically was like, "Yo, I don't know if I can do this. I'm more than happy to help you like start it up, but I can't run it with you anymore because I was really, really sick. I was bedridden all the time, and
Yeah.
so I'm like, you know." That's fair, right? But surely my best friend will understand that. And then she ignored my message for a solid week. And then
God.
when she messaged me again, acted like it didn't happen. But she was like very passive aggressive to me from that point.
That sucks.
And I'm like, that's weird because like I feel like that's a valid reason to not want to do something.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Hey,
by
it
the
was
way,
just-
also, even if you didn't have a valid reason, you can just do whatever you want. Like you
Exactly.
happen to have a really good reason of like, hey, I'm having some health issues. You also could have just not wanted to do it.
Yeah.
You could have been like, sorry, I
Yeah.
actually don't want to do that, and sorry about that. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine too.
And like a little bit of me didn't want to, but like that's because she had been kind of weird and like manic sometimes. Like obviously I loved her, but like it was just like it was all just very weird. And
Yeah.
then we were supposed to go to so it was fine like for a couple months, and then we were supposed to go to a concert, like a festival thing together. And because I was sick, I couldn't end up going. And then she got really mad at me again. And she bought the ticket for me, and I had mostly paid her back. But because I had to move out of my parents' house, I didn't have it. And then she was like, and then blew up at me on Boxing Day and was like, yo, why haven't you paid me back? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, first of all, I've pretty much fully paid you back. And the only reason I haven't is because I've had to move out.
Something I've been thinking about a lot recently is that it's hard to argue with empathy. Like it's like, if, you know what I mean? Like if this person was like, hey, I like, even if you can use it, even when you're trying to get what you want, if your friend like along the way had been like, hey, like, I know you're kind of going through it right now. I'm just wondering if we can create a plan so that you can pay me back or whatever. Like you'd be like, oh my gosh, of course. Like, thank you for understanding that. It'll probably be around here. Like to me, if you lead with empathy in any friendship situation, it always just like it's like begets trust.
Yeah.
So
100%.
by her being like, like, where's my money and all this shit and getting wild with it, you know, she wildin'. By doing that, it puts you in this like bad headspace, and you know, I find that just almost across everything, if you lead with like, I don't know if it was a study or it was an inspiring TikTok I watched.
Literally me every single second of the day.
I don't know if it was a study or it was Hope Core.
I've got it on top, honestly.
but literally, like, it was like people just want to feel. Oh no, here's what it was. It was a parenting book. Slash audiobook / TikTok.
Yeah.
And it was basically being like one of the most important things for kids is like no matter what, just being like, I believe you.
Yeah.
Like that's like
Oh,
that.
gosh.
No matter what age, just being like your kid's having a tantrum, they're upset because they want something, whatever. Like it's not being like you can't have that or whatever, and like you can obviously set rules and things like that. But it was just being like, I believe that you're feeling this way.
Yeah.
Like your feelings are validated. I know it's hard to
beautiful.
not do it. We can't do this right now, or we have to do this then, or whatever. But just being like, I hear you, and like I believe that you're feeling that way. And I think that that's true for adult friendships and relationships too, where it's like her just being like, I know that you're going through it. Let's find a way.
I never got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you don't get that,
Yeah.
to me, it's like, it's a hard thing to remember too, because especially when you're put at odds and you're in an argument or something and you're like, well, I'm feeling this way and you're feeling this way and you're like against, instead of just being like, I know that you're feeling this way.
Yep.
I'm feeling this way. Both those things are valid. Let's like find a way forward. You know what I mean?
And also I think that sometimes when you're young, you're like, we're gonna have this amazing time, and then someone can't come, and you're getting like really mad about it in a way that you get a little older, and you're like, but like, ultimately, I should just care about my friends and not be like pissy if they're too sick to go somewhere. Like, to be honest, like that seems like something you either you hopefully come to in time, because I feel like, you know, sometimes people are immature and they're like, but it's the big summer blowout. You know?
Around this December as well, we got our things for our acceptance, because our school term goes from February to November. And so
February to
basically
November.
It's
okay.
Yeah.
Down under.
Things are
it's the other way around to you
things
guys.
are actually different in Australia.
Well, as you may know, the weather is reversed. I don't know if you're aware of that.
It's flipped. Yeah.
So I'm in winter at the moment. So it's pretty wild.
Isn't that fun? Sorry.
Yeah, we're
I think
about to have our winter break.
That's fun.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
I went to New Zealand when I was in first grade, shout out, and I remember sending an email to my teacher.
You sent an email in first grade?
I think so, because I would not have made this up, and it came into the inbox, and the date was tomorrow.
That happened when I was in Japan.
Yeah, that would have been trippy.
I was tomorrow.
Yeah. It's so cool.
I don't believe
you're
you
ahead.
sent an email in first grade.
I don't really either, actually, because I'm not even sure. Like, was there emails?
Did you know a Hotmail account?
By the way, when I was
Rainie loves cookies.
when I was in 5th grade, they introduced this email client. First Class was what it was called. And me and my friend Travis used to email the girls in our class and be like,
Oh,
I like you. And then I remember,
What's the subject line?
no, literally, subject line would be like secret, and then it'd be like. And by the way, I have a very vivid memory of being in 5th grade, sending an email like that, and then like for whatever the social confines of the game was, I would send the email or he would send the email, then they would chase us around.
Whoa.
They would be like pissed.
Oh, they'd be mad.
They'd be like, stop, no. And they're like chasing at us to, I don't know, presumably murder us.
I mean, he's canceled, but you know, Jackson 5 has that song ABC, and that's kind of what that song's about.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
The email, obviously.
I feel like we did interrupt the thrust of the story, though.
Well, don't worry,
yeah.
we're gonna get back there. Anyway, go on.
Okay, so I saw one of my friends who I hadn't seen in a really long time doing the class, right? And I was like, oh my goodness, hi. I've known them longer than I've known. Wait, what are we calling the friend? I don't think we gave her a fake name.
If you're rap, then they've got to be Doobie.
Doobie. Okay.
It's gotta be
I've
Doobie.
known this person. Give me another fake name for the other friend.
Cama.
Cama?
Rap,
I don't know how to say
Doobie,
that.
Rap Doobie and Camo.
Rap Doobie and came up walking to a bar.
Doobie was very anti-camo. Don't know why. Literally the nicest person ever. So it really had no reason. And like, it was just like very weird. I would try and include them in things with camo, but it just like Doobie would just like completely disregard it and push themselves out of every possible situation.
So Doobie,
this happened over like
Now Doobie's got a problem
Yeah.
with camo.
Yeah, massive problem for no reason. And I low-key think, well, because camo is a trans male, and I
Okay.
think that might be part of the issue, which is not good.
Prejudice.
Because why would you be transphobic?
We gotta dump Doobie. I'm sorry. I gotta tell you right now,
We gotta
Rap.
ash this dude.
We gotta
man.
ash this Doobie. Rap, I'm gonna tell you.
Doobie was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, you can't be friends with this person. They literally give me the same aura as my cat-addicted ex-boyfriend. And I'm like, what?
So,
What does that have to do with anything?
So
And I'm
Dooba's,
just like,
Dooba.
yeah, the root of why Doobie hated camo was because of that. And they stopped being friends with me because of camo's aura, which was stupid.
That's the aura
But
check.
I was already, like, I gave you the other context because I was already like, bro, I don't even want to be friends with you anymore. You're a horrible person. It just gave me the ammo I needed. And they broke up with their partner, my partner's best friend, because they stopped being friends with me because apparently I was bullying them, which is the furthest thing from the truth. And they were literally bullying Camo the whole time. And it was horrible.
Rap, let me just tell you something.
She's insane. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. I'm only gonna say this once. We've gotta ash the doobie.
Damn it. I was trying to say it at the same time. I'm sorry, I fucked up.
We gotta doobie sound effects. We gotta ash the doobie. Okay,
Yeah.
Rap.
Yeah.
Rap.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
Ash the doobie, find new friends, and don't
Yeah.
waste your energy on people that don't care about you. Thank you so much for calling into the show.
No worries.
And I'll tell you, Doobie gives me the ick, and honestly, Doobie has a bad
Yeah.
aura.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah. Honestly.
Duba claims to know auras, and guess what? Duba's got a bad one.
But is she gonna put out an album under the name Dua Lipa?
By the way,
would be really
Will,
funny.
we'll get into it. Thank you so much. Bye,
No
Rap.
worries.
Bye, Rap.
You're the best.
Thank
Bye. Honestly, Will, after that gossip sesh, I figure now's as good a time as any. Guys, Dua Lipa has recently been in the news for being so awesome that she couldn't possibly be contained. Up more with the story is Will Whitworth.
Yes. Dua is her acting career going well.
Really?
Her acting career is going ham.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She is being considered to be in the new Knives Out movie. Am I making that up? Maybe that's fake.
That's risky for her, but I respect it.
She was also in the, I think, very bad looking movie about the cats out of the bag, Argyle.
Argyle.
She was in
Which
Argyle.
some people think Taylor Swift made. By the way,
that's right.
Here's a headline. There's a headline here. Dua Lipa fans left confused by a radical optimism tour set list.
Interesting. So yeah, she had her newest album is called Radical Optimism. I of course have not listened yet, but we listened to that song Houdini on a bonus episode.
We did. By the way, Houdini, catch me for a go. Houdini.
Eminem actually just put out a song called Houdini as well that people were clowning on.
Do you think that Dua Lipa and Eminem wanted to do a multi artist event,
I can tell you right now, no, I don't think so.
a mashup?
Now you see me kind of thing.
A Now You See Me kind of thing. Man, Dua Lipa would be good in the Now You See Me
Okay,
franchise.
Now You See Me 3, Now You 3 Me.
Now You Three a Dua Lipa style.
Dua Lipa's got to be in there.
She's like,
If she's not, I'm not going to the theater.
and you think you know magic.
You think you know magic? I'm going to make my mother's famous roast chicken.
Can I be honest about something? I think Dua Lipa is today's Keira Knightley. And I've always said that.
Speak on that. What do you
I
mean?
just think that Keira Knightley wrote the check that Dua cashed.
Is this like a gay awakening character? Because I think that's what Keira Knightley.
I think Keira Knightley was a gay awakening character for lots in the Pirates
Yeah.
of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And I think that Dua Lipa is also a gay awakening character just by existing.
Sort of just like making fun pop music.
by like
yeah.
being hot and awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know she was British. When you guys were doing that accent, it threw me.
Oh, catch me where I go, Houdini.
Houdini.
She sort of Americanifies her accent in her
She
pop.
definitely doesn't sing with a British accent, which is something that some people do.
Some
a
people
lot
in the
of.
Dua subreddit
Yeah.
are not a fan.
I mean, a pivot to acting is a risk. Like, it reminds me of like Call Her Daddy Alex Cooper switching her show completely from a sex podcast to an interview podcast. Going from music to acting, similar.
The thing is, there's a lot.
Very similar.
I actually don't think it's similar really at all because Alex Cooper's still doing a podcast. I think the difference between doing music and acting is bigger.
I think Rainie made a lot of good points.
Yeah, it's all about performance.
It's all about performance. It's all about transition. It's all about a phoenix.
And charisma.
Rising from the ashes.
Look, all I'll say is that I'm interested to see what Dua's acting career, what's going to pop, because I think she is doing more acting.
I do think that she's doing Dua.
Dua is
I think
doing,
she's
yeah.
doing more acting.
I mean, I stand by what we said on a previous episode. How Dua does is what her podcast should be called.
Of course it is.
Instead of whatever it's called.
If you were her PR person,
Yeah.
she'd be huge.
If she thinks that I'm not going to catch her go Houdini, I will catch her when she go Houdini. I will. I've said this before, but going Houdini is like going sicko mode in 2024. I'm gonna go Houdini. Should we do a read along of the
Yeah.
I believe of the Houdini
Let's
lyrics?
take a look at the Houdini lyrics again.
That's
Obviously,
really
we
funny.
did this behind a paywall, but let's do it again.
No,
Oh, so
not
do
the
you guys want
Eminem.
pizza?
Not that.
No, I'm
Another
okay.
piece? Oh.
I come and I go. Tell me all the ways you need me. I'm not here for long. Catch me or I go Houdini. So let's stop. So I just want to discuss there. Catch me or I go Houdini.
She's gonna ghost.
She's gonna go
ghost him.
Houdini. Well, she's gonna ghost Houdini.
So this song is about Dua Lipa ghosting a magician from the yesteryear.
Is it about her ghosting Houdini? In the song, what I like about the art of the song is it really implies a world where Dua Lipa is married to Houdini.
Yeah.
Well, or I think Houdini is a verb. She's going to.
No, she's going Houdini, like going sicko mode.
Like
yeah.
Houdini
She's gonna like going sicko
Oh!
mode. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Houdini like Houdini. Do you remember when Houdini escaped?
That one time.
Do you remember when he famously escaped out of handcuffs? I will go Houdini.
I will say
But
the,
see, I thought she's going to ghost the person she's in love with. If you either have
Yeah.
to get on my level
No,
or I'm out.
That is what the song
It's like,
is.
tell me all the ways you need me. I'm not here for long. Catch me or I go
Houdini.
Like the
go, comma, Houdini.
Yeah.
No, there's no comma.
No, it's like I'm gonna go Houdini. Houdini is a verb in this context.
It's a verb that means to disappear.
I think we're all on
he
the same
didn't-
page.
But again, I just want to reiterate: Houdini didn't disappear.
Well, he would, he kind
Houdini,
of would.
Houdini never disappeared. Houdini was a famous escape artist. Houdini escaped. Like a lot of different scenarios. He was a magician.
She's saying catch me or I go Houdini, which I don't really know what that means.
Well,
is she saying she wants someone to chase her, pursue her? Or is she, like, am I overthinking this? Like, what is
I think you're
catching-
underthinking it.
Okay.
I think you're underthinking it, to be totally honest. Because catch me or I escape. Because maybe Houdini doesn't mean to ghost. Maybe it's like catch me or I'm going to sink myself in a safe to the bottom of the fucking lake. Catch me or I am going to kind of drown myself.
Catch me or I unalive myself. Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's not on the life. It's catch me, or I imprison myself in a safe that I probably can escape from. At the bottom, because I just have an image, and maybe this is from the Now You See Me movies,
Oh yeah,
of
great.
Houdini in a safe sinking to the bottom of a lake.
Well, I mean, he did famously. I want to say there was an underwater escape situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Ooh,
Michelle, what was that?
sorry, I just skipped ahead. Prove you got the right to please me.
Yeah.
That's hot.
That's hot. Do you have the right to please me?
Yeah, do you have the right to play? Because
She's
it is
confident.
a human right.
To please
To
Dua?
please do it.
Well,
To
no,
please Dua Lipa.
you have to
Lipa.
earn the right to please do it.
Yeah, definitely. Prove you've got the right to play. Everybody knows. Catch me or I go Houdini.
I like the idea of Houdini as sicko mode.
So let's back to the
We obviously have to keep going.
Back to business.
Okay,
back to the work.
so she says, "I come and I go."
I feel like this is how Romans deciphered Latin.
yeah,
Did they do that?
they live streamed it. Yeah,
Wait, is I come and I go a double entendre?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is she talking about orgasm?
What?
It's like I orgasm and then I go.
The moment I come, I'm out the door. I am putting on my clothes.
I flee. The moment
That's feminism.
I come and I flee.
I come in, I flee.
Yeah. Let's see.
Time is passing like a solar eclipse.
So talk to me about that. Because to me,
Yeah, that doesn't make
a
sense.
solar eclipse, time passes normally during a solar eclipse.
Well, but this is the thing about time, though. Generally, though, and maybe this is what she's trying to say is like time is very subjective, right? Because like time technically always passes linearly in the same way, but we don't always live in linear time. Sometimes you're jumping to 10 years before when you humiliated yourself at the coffee shop, or 10 years later when you're imagining when you're going to humiliate yourself at the coffee shop. Then
Yeah, time is passing like a solar eclipse.
I guess solar eclipse is sort of like, whoa, what's going on? Is space real? Is time real?
So do you think that's it? It's sort of like, well, to me, it's see you watching and you blow me a kiss.
Yeah.
Is that I see you watching or is that you see you watching? I see. Thank you, John.
Do you think Dua Lipa goes to sex parties?
No.
Oh, that's a great question. You don't think so?
She's too famous.
I think she's too famous.
That's
I think she
true.
went before though.
She goes with a mask.
It's Dua Lipa with a Trump mask.
Honestly, it would be really funny.
She's a 10, but she's Dua Lipa with a Trump mask. I think that Dua Lipa throws her own sex parties, SPs. Mm-hmm. It's your moment, baby. Don't let it slip. That's self-explanatory to me.
Yeah. We don't have to go that.
We don't have to go that deep.
Coming closer. Are you reading my lips? So I think that.
Again, really hot.
Are you reading my lips? And is she mouthing, I'm gonna kiss you. Read my lips.
No new taxes.
Do you think she's saying no new taxes?
Well, that's famously what George H.W. Bush said.
No new taxes.
Yeah. I think it was him. Maybe it was Reagan.
To me, it's sort of, see, the time is passing like a solar eclipse normally, but like it's a little weird and dogs are yelling.
It's your moment, baby. Don't let it slip.
So I think with this is a fun song about dancing, meeting someone, and being like, they better fucking make a move because I am out of here. And if you don't come and approach me, we will not have sex, and that's your fault. That's I think
This
what the
is
song
on
is
you.
about.
You're
Yeah.
fumbling.
If you fumble
Yeah.
this, I'm fucking read my lips. I want sex.
You are fumbling.
You were this. I come and I go. She's being clear. This is based on her. I think this is based on her personal life.
Yeah. No, she's asserting her right to sort of dominate people sexually. Yeah.
And let's go to the next. So we go. I come and I go. Prove you got the right to please me.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're doing that. I'm not here for long.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna go
She's gonna
Houdini.
Houdini.
She's gonna go into a cage that sinks to the bottom
Yeah,
of the ocean.
she's gonna actually have to be in a telephone in a
She's like,
in a
I'm not
booth.
here. I'm not here for long. I'm sinking to the bottom of the fucking ocean.
You better take advantage of it.
You better take advantage of it. And then if you're good enough, you'll find a way. Maybe you could cause a girl to change (parentheses) her ways.
oh my god.
So it's like if you're good enough, like at banging me, do you think?
Yeah, at banging me and being sexual in the way that I want you to be. Yeah.
being sexual.
Being sexual at me. Maybe you could cause a girl to change her ways. Now, is this implying that Dua Lipa is a nasty girl? Nasty girl.
I think it's a classic sort of song thing where it's like, if you're good enough, maybe this could work out. You know?
You think that her ways are, but do you think that it's her ways, are they bad ways or are they good ways? Well,
She's really not worried about how good she is.
Yeah,
what I'm
she's
noticing.
actually almost not worried about self-reflection at all.
Not in the
The
slightest.
song doesn't have a lot of reflection in it. I think that's a really good observation.
There's not a lot of self-reflective phrases in this.
No, yeah. I will just say that I think what she's saying is that my way is that I'm only here for a second. I'm about to go Houdini. I'm about to get in the ocean. I'm about to, like I'm gonna do my thing. Like, but maybe if you're good enough,
Yeah.
I could change.
No, I think that's she's
That's a
about
good
to
mindset,
because
yeah.
she's not again she's escaping. She's always escaping. She's not ghosting. She's not running away because Houdini didn't run away. He escaped.
No, because famously Houdini's whole thing was that he would be like,
Yeah.
I'm out.
He'd be like, "Bye, guys."
What's Houdini? Hot?
I think probably, yeah.
He was hot in the biopic where it's Adrian Brody.
I gotta see
Yeah.
that.
Do you think about it night and day? That's self-explanatory.
Maybe you could be the one to make me say again. She's saying again, if the sex is good enough, we can have a second date, but
Yeah.
only then.
If you're good enough, you'll find a way to keep me like on
Yeah.
the second one. Everything you say is sounding so sweet.
Okay, so now she's giving
Now
him a little
she's-
credit.
She's
or
giving him
her.
credit. She's or her, and she's loving it. But do you practice everything that you preach? Like,
Oh, she's saying
Okay.
you have a big mouth, but can you keep up?
can you keep it up?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, do you have a big mouth, but like show me what to do though.
Yeah, you've got a big mouth on you, but show me what to do though. Show me what that thing do. You got a big mouth. But what it do though? That's honestly baller, Will. I need something big. Oh no, yeah, I need something that'll make you believe. I need something that'll make you believe.
Make
Wait,
me
make me
believe.
believe, which is like obviously that mouth that do. So I'm looking for your mouth that do.
If you got it, baby, give it to me.
It is about the mouth that do. I think
I really think it is, yeah.
it's about that thing do. I just think she's a poet.
I'm just saying this right now. I think you have to make her your number one guest target. If you're ever given just
Yeah.
like a blank check, like you can have whoever you want on the show.
All you need is one of her friends to listen to the show.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they do, then I do. I have. her
If
on
you
the show.
listen to the show and you know Dua Lipa, you have to call.
Which to me,
Yeah.
the part of the show, fun of the show is that you have people on the show. I sort of don't really interview them until I'm talking to them about the problem.
Yeah.
So I think that if a Dua was on the show and then somebody calls in, they go, "I've got a toxic boyfriend,"
And Dua's like,
"Oh,
stay, keep him
no.
around.
Oh, no.
You're like,
Oh
interesting.
no, you better
Do it on a little Australian.
you better go Houdini. You better go Houdini.
That last caller, by the way, loved her accent, was obsessed. It was very
amazing.
soothing.
Guys. It has been an absolute banger.
It's
That
a
was
banger.
fun.
To have you
Really
on here.
fun.
Thank you for
Gotta
being
say the
here.
pizza really made me gassy, and I, can only just apologize.
Did
for
you
that.
notice that, Rainie?
Thought I heard you fart.
Oh my God!
Well, I've
Will,
been trying to keep it quiet, but
farting in the studio.
it just little ones.
I'm sorry for calling you out. I should have called you out like
That's
that.
legit. No, but he asked for
Sometimes
it.
I
He
will
asked for
fart,
it.
and you will, and I wouldn't want you to kill me out.
Rainie, when we worked in the same office, I was constantly worried you'd smell my fart.
I never smelled yours.
I know that's good to hear because they were happening.
I didn't smell yours.
They were
by the way.
accidental usually.
Yeah,
'cause
mine
I'd
was
be
just
like,
more about the noise than the smell, I would say.
oh, mine. I'm always worried about.
I'm sorry, Will. I feel bad.
No, it's okay.
He literally
It's a-
said it
especially
made me
since it's
gassy. No, he teed you up for a fucking sniper
I
rifle
did.
shot.
I did. Don't
He was like,
apologize.
yeah, no, Rainie, he was teeing
I
the-
agree. Don't apologize.
By the way, people in the chat are absolutely wanted to hear more about Rainie's podcast.
Oh,
yes. Oh, my
Rainie-
God.
Yes.
Rainie hit him with it. By the way, I've been listening.
You have.
I have.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I am very. Speaking of being moved, I think it's very cool what you're doing, and I think it's like such a sincere property, and it's really nice to listen to something that feels sincere. There's obviously also like laughs in it and stuff like that. But how has the process been making that show for you?
Thank
And
you.
Tell people about it.
I
Yeah.
second that, by the way.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Hell
Ashley.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been, I essentially kind of wanted to make something that was like, my Google Drive folder is called non-commodity. Like I was like, I just don't want to make this for anyone or sell it or whatever.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about like the things I want to talk about. And so a lot of it is like death and grief and heartbreak and being single. And yeah, I cried like probably every interview I did.
Wow.
And it was just such like so fun and like engaging, and I just like to edit, and like after work I would be editing it, and yeah, so it's super exciting, and one
And if
episode
people
left.
want to listen, what is it
Thank
called?
you.
Where can they find it?
Hell
Thank you,
yeah,
Will.
Will.
It's called Answers to the Universe in 15 Minutes or Less, and you can find it most places on wherever you get your podcasts, except YouTube. I still have to figure that out, and also except Overcast, but everywhere else, Apple Podcasts and Spotify are there.
Everywhere else, baby. Well, Will, Rainie, thank you for joining the show.
That was a Headgum podcast.